Everybody, welcome to today's reading. My name is the High Maintenance Hippie and I do pick a card readings here on YouTube using tarot, astrology and my intuition. In today's video, I want to find out the amazing thing about you that you don't see about yourself. We have the tendency to bury the most amazing and powerful parts of ourselves deep within us, and there are a few reasons we do this. One reason is the fear of not being able to live up to our power. Another reason is the fear of outshining other people around us, and then the third fear is the conflict or attack you may get if your power intimidates another. As humans, we do have defense mechanisms, and those defense mechanisms can get in the way of our happiness and our progress sometimes in life, but it's really important to realize that fear is only an illusion. It is an emotion that can be calmed by pushing through. You will fear most when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. And know that you always have the right to be your best self, and being your best self will only ever inspire others. Bear in mind, haters will still learn a lesson from you, but they are the ones who are resisting their own power. And that SHIT ain't on you. So if you want to find out what the amazing thing is about you that you don't know about yourself, or that you don't see about yourself, I need you to pick one of these piles. Pile number 1, we have the shark. Pile number 2, the turtle. Pile number 3, the hyena. And pile number 4, the hummingbird. I highly recommend that you go with your first gut instinct. Spirit will always guide you towards the pile which has the most relevant information for you. And if you do need more time to meditate over these piles, please feel free to pause the video here. And guys, I shall see you in your reading. Hello there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the shark animal totem. Now, with the shark, we are looking at top predator kind of energy, top of the food chain, the big boss, I want to say as well. But also, when we do look at the spiritual meaning for the shark, we do look at an energy where you're not being completely honest. And I want to say, in this particular situation, you're not being completely honest about the power that you have. You're not being completely honest about, it's like you make yourself look small to kind of save SHIT, if that makes any sense. This is a water animal totem, so we are looking at emotion, intuition. Potentially you feel like you can be so overpowering that potentially you could hurt other people's feelings, damage other people's emotions. But I also want to say your power is in something that is more beyond the physical. I feel like you may have a talent or some extra ability that you're sitting on to save, I wanted to say destroying the people around you, but I can't imagine that that would actually resonate with many people. If this is in a workplace, for instance, you may struggle to stand in your power because you feel like the people around you could lose their jobs. If you stand in your power when it comes to friends and family, you feel like you're going to lose people. What is their loss here? Maybe you have lost people in the past when you've been honest. Honest about your emotions, honest about your abilities, moved through life honestly. And I really want to say that this period could have been in your teens, where you started to, or you didn't know any different but to express yourself, and it caused a lot of chaos around you. But I do feel like the only thing that your honesty triggered was other people's egos. With you, I think making yourself look small is a defense mechanism, so that nobody squares up to you, so you don't have to deal with conflict on a daily basis. Because you may be that kind of person who people can sniff the power. Now, I do think a lot of powerful people are attracted to you. This may be people who are very alpha in their energy, or people who are very successful in business. That may be something that you resonate with. But what you'll find is the less powerful people are going to be, will retract. They will either retract from you, or their ego is going to step in and they're going to challenge you in some way. I really feel already that what you're not seeing about yourself is the immense power and freedom you're going to have by stepping into your power. Now, you could be somebody watching this who does know that they have the power. I got the power. Or you could be somebody who's watching this thinking, I don't have the power. Well, this is your pile, and you do. It's in there. And if you look within, you're going to find that power. You're going to be able to go back on your timeline and pinpoint the parts where this power has came out, the occasions where this power has came out, the occasions where through complete, utter chaos and despair, you got up and you saved the day and you led everyone to safety. I'm using metaphors here, okay? I hope you get that. You're the leader. You're the boss. And I do think there may be some people watching this who are in some kind of corporation where they're just bogged down by other people's pressure. Somebody who sits at a desk and looks at the manager or the supervisor and says, I could do your job. Even the managing director and thinks, I could do your job. And damn right you could do their job. That's why you've chosen pile number one. You are number one. You will be number one if you're not number one already. But you're not going to be number one until you own this immense power that you have. And it's scary. Yes, I know. With power comes responsibility. With power comes challenges. With power comes people wanting to knock you off the top. And a lot of the time it is so much easier for you to stand in the shadows. And be like, oh, you can't see me. Don't look at me. You don't, nothing to see here. Because it saves issues. But it's deep within you. It's deep within you. You can handle these issues. I even want to say deep within you, there's a fighter. There's some fight in you. And I think the times when you've had to fight, and I hope this isn't toxic what I'm saying here, but the times that you've had to fight, I feel were the times where you felt most alive. Whether you had to fight for your own cause or fight for somebody else's cause. Now, I do feel like you're very interconnected with a lot of people around you. Got a really itchy nose. I'm not picking it, I promise, but I don't want to pause the video. I feel like you're very interconnected to the people around you. I think that you are somebody who can pick up on, ooh, I always say Scorpio energy, but I'm gathering heavy Scorpio energy here, but we could be talking Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, big three. Even Mercury is here, okay, because I'm talking about, it's like, for you guys, I sense a lot of, actually I sense quite a nice balance between logical thought, I was going to say logistics, logical thought and intuition here. You've got this in check. Oh, I got a really good feeling then, like it was just flowed through me, just like, yeah, I got this shit. I got this shit because I can view things analytically, yet I know where to naturally go because of my intuition. Like this is why you've got the power, guys. But you tend to be able to pick up on other people's thoughts, emotions, body language, things like that. I won't be surprised if you are like a body language expert. Maybe you have trained, maybe you've done psychology and things like that at college, uni, or a course, even if it's just like a low-key course. Or this is just something that you've naturally picked up because through your childhood you may have had to be very aware of other people's body language, tone of voice, etc. to save yourself. I want to say a lot of you, and I feel a lot, had a parent, I want to say the mother, but it could well easily be the father or grandmother or grandfather, okay? But I want to say majoritively the mother here was extremely powerful. Now this person could have been extremely powerful in a good way, or they could have been extremely powerful in a very, what do I want to say, egotistical way? That's not really the right word here. Dominating, overpowering. Maybe very unpredictable. And in your younger years, you had to know when to retreat and when to go. But what you don't realize is whoever this parent is, or someone who is very close to you, who exuded a lot of power, I want to say they scared you at some point, because my throat hurts now and my heart hurts. Oh gosh, I did not expect that. I feel like they may have scared you. And you remember that power that they exuded, and that may be why you've retreated from your own power, because you don't want to be them. But you've inherited the power. You've inherited the ability to scare. But you have the life experience to know how to use that power to gain positively. To gain your own stability, to gain your own comfort, to gain your own security. And I think you see power as something that makes everything around you insecure. But it's your security. And you're not seeing that your power is going to be your security. But you have to own it. Because if you've got that power and you're not showing it, people are going to sniff it and go, something's not quite right about you. Or people are going to sniff it and be like, oh, that's a challenge, that's a battle I'm willing to take, and it's even easier because this person doesn't want to exude the power that I can sniff. But when you step into it and you own it, people won't even side-eye you anymore. People will not FC UK with pile number 1 anymore. I really want to say as well with this pile, there's 2 people living within you, and I don't think it's an issue that you need to go to a mental health nurse for or anything like that, but I feel like there's 2 of you, and you know there's 2 of you. It's like the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain is very different. One of them is pure alpha. The other one is extremely feminine. I even want to say that through your life, you may have said it's like I've got a devil and an angel on my shoulder. The devil being the masculine, of course. I'm joking, guys. But I do want to say the devil would be the masculine and the angel the feminine, just because of the softer feminine energy, and the masculine being the one who's not afraid to step on toes to get what they need. Nothing against genders here. I mean, we don't really do genders on this channel, but I do talk about masculine and feminine energies. And bear in mind that we can all have masculine and feminine energies. I'm a female with an absolute ton of masculine energy. And at times it can make my periods quite unhealthy. But that's a whole different subject, because if you are very heavy in your masculine energy as a female, you're attacking the feminine within, and the feminine resides in that womb space. I think maybe you are actually getting to the point where you understand that you need to balance these 2 out. They need to work in tandem rather than working against each other. Because I do think at some point in your life, if you're younger watching this, maybe you're still in this phase. But if you're older, maybe you've come out of this phase, but you've realised that at some point of your life, they used to battle each other. And I think a lot of people can be very shocked, because they can be talking to the feminine part of you, and if they cross you, boom, the masculine comes out, and people are like, phew. Maybe you've made a lot of people cry in your time, because this masculine knows their SHIT and they're not going to be FC UK'd with. You got this. This is why you're so powerful. I want to say your appearance is very streamlined as well. I won't be surprised if you are somebody who has like very smooth skin. I want to say very tight skin to the face, okay? You may not realise, but your appearance is very striking as well. I want to say you've got like a natural facelift face. And again, you may not realise this, but your face is very aesthetically pleasing, okay? Your skin is very smooth and your features are extremely streamlined. And again, it gives you that kind of fierce air, that fierce energy. Now, I want to say there's a creativity in you as well. And I think I did touch upon this at the beginning of the reading. Something creative within you that you're sitting on. And you have no idea that you are going to be the best at this. Now, this could be something that you want to do as a career. Or it could be something you want to do as a side hustle. It might be something you want to do just recreationally, as a hobby. Join a dance crew. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. It's creative. And everything to a certain extent is creativity. When you go to work, you're being creative. You're a salesperson, you're being creative because you're trying to sell something creatively to somebody. There's something creative. Whether this be in a current thing that you're doing already and you just want to push the boat out and be like, hey, look what I can do. Or whether this be something that you've been sitting on and you know you're sitting on it and you're not going for it. But I want to say that whatever this is, you're going to be the best in your field. You're going to be the top dog, the big boss top of the food chain. I want to say there's a lot of money to be had with this group. I sense money. Okay, that was only the animal totem card, guys. I haven't even gotten to the tarot yet. And my nose is still itching. Your nose itches, it means someone's talking about you. So they better be saying good things. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now, you are somebody who can take a hell of a lot of pressure. And I do think you are naturally, I did say this in the reading already, you are somebody who, when you have to fight, when that pressure kicks in, you thrive. Now, some people are built for a quiet, easy life in the country. I mean, that's lovely. I love the sound of that. But you'd be bored. I think I would too. Or would I? Would I be bored? I don't know. I don't know. No. But you would. You'd be bored. If you weren't fighting for something, whether that be fighting for a cause, and I keep saying fighting for a cause, which makes me think that potentially you've got something to do with law, or you want to go into law, or you need to research something to do with law to do this thing that you want to do, or move further with something that you want to do. It doesn't have to be for everybody though, but because I keep saying that, I keep thinking maybe there's like Libra energy here. I do get Cancer energy, I get Pisces energy, I get a touch of Leo, I get Scorpio. But you thrive off pressure. And this is why you're supposed to be a big boss or a leader. You love that. You may look in the mirror sometimes and be like, oh, the bags under my eyes are getting so big, but you love it deep down. Because life isn't worth living unless you are pushing boundaries, jumping hurdles, and my gosh, you can. Now, if you are somebody who's chosen pole number one, and you somewhat resonate with this, but you say, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. You will be that person. It's in you. And if you're watching this and you're not happy now, it's because you're not pushing those boundaries. I was in the shower the other day and I did put a post on this, and you may have seen this. But I was in the shower and I was saying, just to the universe, just in general, why is life so challenging right now? And my guide said, the voice, I call it the voice. I have my guides and they talk a little, it sounds a bit further away, and then I have the voice, and the voice speaks to me right behind me and speaks into my ear. And I'm telling you, the voice has 100% accuracy. It has never done me wrong and it's helped me out in so many cases of my life, but the voice is so stern. You don't F with the voice, okay? If the voice says something, you bloody well do it. But the voice said, I said, why is life so challenging? The voice said, do you want to be pushed out of your comfort zone? And I was like, yeah. And then they said, well, you've got exactly what you want. You want them. You've got exactly what you want. Because if you're not being pushed out of your comfort zone, you're going to sit where you are forever. And you can't sit. You need to keep going. And something about the shark as well is they don't sleep. They shut off. I'm not saying you guys don't sleep. I'm not saying that. But they shut off half their brain. And they use one side of the brain, and then when that side of the brain exhausts, they shut down that side of the brain, they use the other side of the brain. Okay? That's what they do. So you like to keep going, you like to keep moving, you like to keep working towards something. Teeth. Their teeth regenerate. Which makes me think that, because teeth are power. We need teeth to survive. So without teeth, how are we going to chew? But it's our survival power. And I want to say again, if you're somebody a bit younger watching this and you're thinking, oh, I somewhat resonate, but there's certain parts of this reading that I just haven't reached yet, you will. Because what you're doing is you're constantly either challenging yourself, or life is throwing challenges your way for you to regenerate, to build more strength. So that every time a new tooth grows, it grows sharper. Now, I don't know whether they grow sharper in sharks as they age, but I'm just saying that. Grow sharper, you grow stronger. So you can chew through anything, even the toughest meat, mutton. You can chew through mutton like it's a marshmallow. Now, what I want to say as well is something you may not realise is because you are this strong go-getter, and you literally are like the epitome of strength. The universe gifts you. And you may realize this, but I do want to say for a lot of you, the universe gifts you and you think that everyone else gets the same kind of treatment from the universe. I even want to say the ancestors gift you as well. But not everyone gets the breaks that you do in life. But the reason you get the breaks is because you pass the tests and you go for things and you make risks and you let things go so that new things can come in. I really want to say your ancestors, your guides are very proud of you, regardless of what stage in your life you're on. They're looking down on you and they're like, you go girl, you go boy, you go Glen Coco. And I do think you have a very strong humanitarian energy within you. I do sense you have high aspirations. But you want to help people when you reach those points, and that's another thing that means that the universe gifts you, because the universe sees your generosity, even if at the moment for some of you it's just a thought. Some of you will be very charitable right now. Some of you will be helping other people. Like some of you may be creating courses, some of you may be coaches. But if you're not there yet, you will. I actually love this pile. It's actually super, super beautiful. But something I've always said is if I gain success in my field and I go to a bar and I chat to somebody who wants to do the same thing, I'm going to do my damnedest to give them the best advice or give them the best help possible for their dreams to come true. And this is the same as you. This is your energy here. Anything that you put out in the universe balances back. What's that thing where they say, like, I think there's like some kind of scheme. It's like pension, isn't it? Or something like that. You put a certain amount in, they give you 25% of that back. So you put in the money, they give you 25% of that to go in the pot as well. And that's very much what the universe does with you. You give it and they give you something too. This makes you very special. As I said, you may think that it's normal. Other people get these breaks, other people get these gifts, these little shining bursts of inspiration. They don't. That's yours and that's yours only. That's special for you. Now I do sense with this pile you have had a lot of downs. And I don't mean to be negative here, okay, because this is a super positive pile. You have had a lot of challenges in life. But I think what you don't realise is every single challenge you've had, whether it be relationships, family, friends, home, career, whatever it is literally been put in place to build your career. So even if you've had a lot of bad relationships or friendships, you will find, if you delve into those situations, you will find something that strengthened your career prospects. Career is heavy here. Career and creativity. And I want to say there's something creative as a career here that you're not doing or you're not seeing or you're not pursuing, or that you know it's there and you know you want to do it but you're holding it off. Because you're like, oh, I'll do it next year. I'll do it in 2 years. I'll do it when I get this promotion at this current job. And I want to say, no, like time is of the essence. If you want to become the best in your field, you need to start now. But every challenge you've had has been some kind of learning curve for your career, because when it comes to your career, you are going to be an inspiration. And I mean, one of the most inspirational people out there in that field. This could be worldwide fame. It could be cult fame. I might not say the C word here. Or it could be working yourself from the bottom of a company to the top. I used to work for a company. I think it's a UK-based company. I do think they're around the world now, but when I worked for them, they were just UK-based. And there was the CEO of that company used to have the same job as me. Used to be a regular worker like me. And she worked herself up to CEO. And I believe she started in the same shop as me as well, because she used to live locally and she used to drop into the shop and used to think, oh my God, the CEO's coming in, for God's sake. Oh, it's so stressful. But she was one of the most humble lovely people that you could meet. She was a beautiful soul. And it's because she started from the bottom and she worked her way up. And she was very inspirational because of that. And that's you. You are supposed to be an inspiration to others. And it's your career that is going to inspire others. You are going to be very powerful. If you're not already, you are going to be very powerful one day. But you can use this power, because energy is transferable. You can use this power within relationships, friendships. You can use it to get whatever the hell you want, to be real with you. You do need to keep your health in check at the moment. You could be watching this as someone who's really healthy. If someone watching this and your health isn't great and you're feeling a little bit meh, Spirit is really asking you to hone your health and your routine. Get a routine going. Make sure you're always eating as naturally as you can, you're drinking enough water, etc., etc., because you need to balance my stomach. We're talking about eating and health, and my stomach just went, I don't know whether you heard that. My stomach was like, yeah, holla, amen to that. But you need to be on top form because you are the top. Get your health in check. Now, how do people view you? And they view you as the Knight of Wands, a go-getter, an inspiration, somebody who goes where their passion is. Bravery with the Knight of Wands as well. And the Knights are physical movement of the body. So as I said, you like to keep going, you like to push boundaries, and I want to say that you're somebody who may not get a lot of praise for the efforts you put in, the things that you do, but I want to say people quietly praise you. You may not realize how many people you already inspire. I want to say a lot of people look at you as the person that they'd want to be. I want to say you have already inspired a lot of people to go for more as well. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. If you work in a company, you may have inspired somebody to go for a promotion. I want to say motivational as well. You're very motivational with your speech. Your voice may come into whatever this creative thing is here. You're very motivational with your speech. I even want to say something like personal trainer here as well. Health coach, wellness coach. But people see you going for gold, and I think a lot of people see you as a bit like a superhero. But again, I don't think many people tell you this. Maybe only your closest tell you. But I do think there's a lot of people external to you that look into your world and they think, wow, pile number one is strong, inspirational, and I wish I could do what they are doing. But I do think you have the ability to make these people do what they want to do in life as well. Okay, you've got that. There's something here where you are going to be the top and you are going to help people. Oh, you saw me pull from the bowls. Okay, I wasn't looking at the bowls, but I was pulling. And I said, I think there's something about your voice. Voice. There you go, voice. Something about your voice, very inspirational when you speak. And number 3 represents communication, the voice, movement as well, short distance movement. You may travel around the country for some reason, or if you've had an opportunity to travel around the country for some reason to a career, go for it if you've been wondering whether you should do it or not. But that won't be for everybody. Or you may want to travel more. You may be feeling really stagnant where you are and you want to travel more, and I want to say go for it. But I really want to say you have the creativity to combine that travel with something that's going to earn you some money at the same time, or some skill or money or something like that. I really do sense somebody here too that could want to travel, and they're considering like doing like a travel blog, or create like an Instagram page promoting their travels. 100% go for it. You've got the creativity, you've got the artistic eye to do this. Even if it is just a little side thing. Again, you like to keep your mind occupied at all times. So for one person, they may think, oh, I just want to go and travel, enjoy life. but they don't need the stimulation that you need. And they think that doing that kind of thing would ruin their trip or ruin the experience. But for you, it only enhances it. Keeps you occupied. You need to have something to work to. You need to have something to put your work into at all times. And then maybe people around you are like, calm down, chill out, just enjoy the moment. Don't have to work so hard. And I want to say those people just aren't on the same path as you. As I said, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with somebody who wants to live a quiet life in the country. That is fine, and that is them, that is their life path, but that's not your life path. Your life path is to be seen, to be successful. And what you don't see is that you deserve to be seen. And now the balls as well, I pulled false twin flame. Now, when I picked these balls up, I was really considering taking out the twin flame pieces of paper in here, because I thought it's not relevant to this at all. But I thought, no, I think I've only got 2 twin flame things in this bowl, and there's a lot of stuff in there, and I thought I won't pull a twin flame one out. But I have. False twin flame. I want to say a lot of people try to relate themselves to you, or I do it this way. We're very similar. I do this way. I want to say your advice is to always do things your way. Don't do things their way. They're not you. I also want to say a lot of people who are inspired by you, and I want to say lovers in this case, because this is twin flame, false twin flame here, will say we are so similar, and they will say that they like the same things as you, but really they just want to consume the power that you have. It's not theirs, it's yours. Keep it. Am I picking up anything else on this? 65 adds up to 11. New beginnings for you. I think when you stop, okay, I think when you, what they're saying, when you stop entertaining the egos, you're not the ego, by the way, other people. When you stop entertaining the egos, when you stop carrying the egos along with you, you will get a brand new beginning. A new doorway will open for you. At the moment, there's a doorway shut, and you may resonate with this. You may be like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Because you're carrying too much dead weight with you. And now you are supposed to help people, but you're supposed to help people as a career. You're not supposed to help people who are claiming to be like you, or who want to ride on your bandwagon because they know you're powerful, they know you're going somewhere. I think a lot of people put you down when they get very close to you. The ones who are jealous, the ones who do lack power and they have weakness within them, they put you down. And I think sometimes you think that, oh, maybe they're right, but they're not. It's their ego. They want to make you small because they're scared of you. And again, it goes back to that parent. They're scared of you. So they put on a front. But they also want to hang with you. They also want to be on your bandwagon. And they're slowing the wagon down. You're going to be late for the show. Right then. Part number 1, I want to close out this reading with treasures from Tekashi. Let's see what message Tekashi has for you. Humour. I wasn't expecting that one to come out. Not that I'm saying that you don't have a sense of humour, but let's have a look. Humour. See the funny side of life. Laugh at yourself. Laughter is love. Learn your life's lessons with laughter and you'll travel your path with a light and happy heart. That makes a lot of sense because I did say you do have challenges put in your way, put in your direction so that you can overcome them and build strength and build your power. And I want to say as well that life has humbled you. And life has humbled you because if you had this power and you weren't humbled, you would use this power more negatively. Now, I don't want to say you are the personality that would use the power negatively because that is unfair. We're all different and we'd all use power differently because we all have different backgrounds and we've all experienced power in a different way. But for some of you, without that humbling, one, you wouldn't appreciate the power that you have. You wouldn't realize how rare you are, like rare like a diamond. And remember how a diamond's formed under immense heat and pressure. That's you guys. It will ease up. I want to say this isn't for everyone. I've had no Capricorn energy out actually. It could be a Capricorn rising. Okay, there's a very Capricorn rising energy here. But when life gets heavy, laugh about it. When something ridiculous happens to you, tell a friend and make it into a joke. Release melancholy. Release melancholy, heaviness, and 𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒔. 𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒔? Release melancholy, release melancholy, heaviness, and 𝒔𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒔, practically, in favour of some good, clean fun and laughter. Enjoy a good time with friends. Let your spirit soar. Well, that is what Takashi wants to say to you. Laugh more. Laugh is also inspirational. Adventure, at the bottom of the deck. Enter into everything with openness and love and enjoy the adventure of living. You never know what's coming next. Okay, so if you are somebody who is in a bit of a stalemate situation, there is an adventure coming. But that new gateway is going to open for you as soon as you drop the people around you, the heavy egos, weighing down that bandwagon that you're on. Okay, pile number 1. I hope this reading helped and I hope it resonated. If it did, I'd love you to drop me a like and please drop me a comment down below, give me your feedback, let me know what pile you claim, let me know your story, if you feel comfortable to do so, of course. And if you do like content like this, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, it helps the channel circulate, but it also means that you can see when I post new pick a card readings. If you do have any ideas for future pick a card readings, I'd love to hear those down below as well, because I want to bring you the videos that you want to see. And pile number 1, you've got the power. See you next time. Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the turtle, the beautiful turtle. Okay, so when I tap into the energy of the turtle, straight up we get wisdom. We get somebody who is adaptable, because the turtle can adapt from water to earth. Wise, adaptable. I want to say that you have a very strong intuition. I want to say deep down, hidden within you, have an inner knowing that you're here to do something very special, to be inspirational, to make a difference, to make a change. I'm tapping into a lot of past life energy here with you. I don't know whether you're somebody who's had a past life regression. You lived on this earth many times. You're an old soul. And I do feel like you've brought some challenges from your past life and some pros. Okay, this ain't all bad. But with the challenges, I want to say there may be certain things in this life that trigger you and you don't know why. There's no physical reason why. And a very vague example of this, and this doesn't need to resonate with anybody, but it may resonate. Maybe males trigger you, or a certain type of male triggers you, but you've had a very positive relationship with a father and you don't know why. Okay, I want to say things like that. Loud engines or something like that may trigger you and you don't know why. My son, he's coming up to 5 now, but he is very scared of like helicopters and planes and things like that. And there was this one time where a helicopter was gliding, flying over my old home, and I mean it was so low and we all thought it was absolutely fascinating. We followed it and actually landed really close to our house. And he was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack, I'm gonna have a heart attack. And it's like, what the hell? This is like really fun. This is really good. Like, what's so scary about it? He's like, they're gonna shoot. And it's like, they're not gonna shoot. But in times like that, being the person that I am, I think, God, what happened to you in your past life? Okay, so you're bringing a lot of that past life energy in. And I want to say with my son again, when he was born, you could tell he had some very, I don't want this to relate to this reading because it won't be for everybody, but there was some real severe something that happened in that past life, and I could feel it so strongly when he came into this earth. Now he's a very happy person, but as I mentioned, there's those triggers, those random triggers. You know, he's never had a helicopter shoot at him before. Like, where did that come from? Let me just check that the camera's all good here. And this may be the same with you. Certain triggers. and you don't know where they come from. It's because you have a lot of past life energy coming through into this life. Which makes me think in your past life, you had a very important role to fulfill, and then maybe aspects of that weren't fulfilled. And in this life, it's like, get it done. But it's super positive because it means you have the wisdom of 2 lifetimes. That's valuable. Now, with the turtle energy as well, we get a creative, a storyteller, somebody who inspires through creativity. I want to say with this pile, you are an innovator. You are somebody who's supposed to help progress people around you, progress the movement of humanity forward. You are somebody who is supposed to speak your truth. But in this lifetime, it's all about you, okay? And you may stumble into times where you think, oh my gosh, is this being selfish? This lifetime is all about you. And I actually want to say you're a VIP in this lifetime, okay? You're a very important person. You've got VIP treatment around you. And if you are somebody who has always thought there's something special about my existence, and then you think, oh, it's a bit egotistical to think that, it's not. You're right. Your intuition is on point. You're very intuitive. I want to say borderline psychic. Okay, when I say borderline psychic, that can be borderline for some people, but if you're a psychic and you know you're psychic, you are psychic. It's not borderline, you are psychic. Your inner voice is so powerful. And I feel like some people watching this will hear that inner voice and think, no, that can't be right. But your instincts and your inner voice is so powerful here. And a lot of the time, the voices that you hear, the hits that you get, the instinctual hits that you get, will be from an ancestor, a guide, or an angel. And they're constantly trying to guide you and keep you safe and protected. If you get an instinctual hit, always go for it. Because something you may not realize about yourself is the fact that you are highly intuitive and highly switched on when it comes to being able to hear that spiritual realm. You may have prophetic dreams from this past life as well. And I want to say, if you do have these dreams from this past life, jot them down. They're going to give you clues to this lifetime. But you are a VIP in this lifetime. Ancestors, guides, even people around you. I can just see a lot of people surrounding you and protecting you. Now, if you're somebody who's like, there's no one in the physical protecting me here. I don't have like the strong family unit. I don't have the strong friends group. Your ancestors and guides are protecting the living crap out of you. Like, they are there day and night, like security guards protecting you. If you're somebody who is afraid of your safety, you are safe, you are protected. Now, what you don't realize is you have a very fated life. And I want to say, you may have a north node conjunct the ascendant, a north node conjunct the midheaven, okay? One of those. Because your life is so divinely guided and fated, and you may laugh sometimes about how fate jumps in. You may meet people in very fated situations. You will have a lot of connections in this lifetime which will go back to that last lifetime. There will be a lot of the same players in that past lifetime in this lifetime. Because you have a role to fulfill here. With the Judgment card here, we have a fairly accurate depiction of an angel. And this also makes me think that you do work with angels. And if you don't physically work with angels, I want to say that you have guardian angels around you. We could be talking Archangel Michael. You may resonate with Archangel Michael. He is a protector. I even want to say Metatron. You may be somebody who is like, yeah, I work with Metatron, Archangel Metatron, but I personally don't really, I shouldn't say this, but I'm not 100% sure what Metatron does, but I do know that he's probably, I think he's one of the most powerful angels, and I don't even want to say he, I want to say he's androgynous. Metatron is androgynous for some reason. They're always there guiding and protecting you. Something you don't see is that you have the ability to make your dreams into reality. You have the ability to make your dream into your full-time job. And this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing here. You have the power, and the power is in your passion. And if you keep avoiding this thing that you want to do, the angels, the guides, the ancestors are going to push you into situations that get you back into that particular life path that you have to do this particular thing, which I do feel is creative. And quite humanitarianly creative, I want to say. Progressive. I want to say you're a musician, a poet, a YouTuber. I even want to say a truther, okay? And deep down within you, there's a showgirl or a showman that lives deep within. There's an inner confidence, and your confidence is that hidden power. Your confidence is what's going to inspire people. Your confidence is what's going to raise the vibration of the planet. I feel with this pile, it's very like worldwide. It's very universal. And I don't want to sound too like woo-woo. And anyone watching this thinking, oh, you're just all about that hippie high maintenance. What am I on about? Hippie, high vibe, love and light movement, which is all good. I like that, but I'm not. I've got one foot in the dark, one foot in the light, guys. I like to hover between the two. But this is what I'm gathering here. You've got an opportunity for pure light happiness. I want to say with this pile, a child may be born. Okay, you may be expecting a child, you may have a child. And this child is going to push you into your purpose. And if you don't have a child, and you resonate with this, and you're thinking, oh, I need the child to push myself into the purpose. No, you don't. You can do this without the child. But I think for a lot of you, there's going to be a child that comes in and pushes you to do this thing, pushes you on the path, pushes you to be more confident within yourself, or brings that confidence out within you because they've shown you an inner strength that you weren't aware that you had. Your energy is so light, it's so airy, and it's all around the heart chakra. I want to say you're a master manifester as well, and this is really important because if you're not aware that you're a master manifester, anything you think of will come to you, whether that be positive or negative. So be very aware that your heart is what manifests. It's a magnet, it's magnetizing. That's why love, you magnetize somebody towards you with the heart chakra. Positive thoughts create positive outcomes. Positive thoughts create positive outcomes. I do feel some of you will be in a phase of your life where things are just going absolute tits. And it's because there's this door that is open for you and you're not going for it. Because you're lacking that confidence. Now with this pile, I want to say that you may have some parent or some connection with like authority, which are telling you that what you enjoy is a hobby, not a career. It's a goddamn career. You can do whatever you want in 2022. We have the freedom of the internet, a phone. You can create music on your phone using an app. I'm not saying that's what you want to do. I'm not saying that that's like, oh great, I can do it then. What I'm saying is it's there for you. Everything is there for you. You can start somewhere with anything in 2022. I also want to say, some people out here will be thinking, they may be working in a corporate job, but they want to do something around children. Go for it. Go for it. Whether that be like a nursery nurse, a teacher, a nurse in a children's hospital, something around children here as well. That's not for everybody. But your confidence in your light is what's amazing about you. And you have this creative way of inspiring others through your creativity. It's not necessarily direct. Now, I do feel with you there could be a power struggle between what society thinks is right and what you think is right. But I really want to say in this case, instead of being like a rabbit in the headlights, in between two things, okay, and this could be any two things, okay, I've used what society thinks is right and what you think is right, okay, but this could be any two things. You could be choosing between a partner and a parent, okay, but I sense these two things and you being like, I don't know what to do other than just shut down. And this is the phase that you're in now, shutdown mode. Because you can't choose between the two, but what you're not choosing is you. You are always to choose you in this lifetime, because this lifetime is about you. You are the VIP, you are the star of the show. And if you open your eyes and you go in your own direction, everything is going to fall into place for you. Let's pull from the bowl. So you can get any more information from the bowl. This could be physical, this could be emotional, it could be spiritual. Free spirit. You are a free spirit, but you're being sandwiched in by something at the moment. Okay, free spirit, I think the number on there is 111. Again, new beginnings. 111 is also adds up to 3, and 3 is creativity, especially creative expression. I really do sense something around music, poetry, expression. I mean, it could be YouTube, it could be talking, it could be podcasts, it could be anything. If it is, if that resonates, dear Lord, go for it. Because I think you are going to really change whatever industry you're in. You're going to make some kind of evolution within that industry here. Because it's big. Your purpose is big, and that's why you're being very divinely guided. And that's why you're being very divinely protected. You are a free spirit to do what you want to do. And 1, I did say it's all about you. 1, so the 1's there, it's all about you. And what I said is you're in the middle and you're being sandwiched in by 2 things, 2 decisions, 2 opposing opinions there. And that's exactly what this number is doing here. I don't know whether you can see it, but that's you in the middle and that's the other 2 things on the outside with 111. But you're to go forward. You're not to go left, you're not to go right, you're to go forward. More 1s here, guys. Got the number 11, we've got lips. And what did I say? Creative expression. And where does creative expression come from? The mouth. But also, it comes from the lips, doesn't it? It comes from the lips. Okay? I'm expressing myself. My lips are going blah, 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 blah. You may also have very nice lips. Okay? Very nice, attractive lips, which draws people to your mouth. Magnetizes people to your mouth. And when they're magnetized to your mouth, what they're going to do? They're going to listen to what's coming out of your mouth. You have this ability for people to listen to you. And 11, as I said, number 11, new beginnings, a gateway. Number 1, you do you, boo. And best dressed. That was my stomach. Creative expression through fashion. Maybe you want to do something alongside fashion. Or maybe your physical appearance has something to do with this creative expression that you want to pursue. You may be somebody who dresses very well and you didn't realise it. And it could be as simple as that. There's a number 7 here as well, which is energetic. I do want to say potentially this is very influential vibes, so we could be looking at influencer. Energetically, people are very drawn to you. It's like you're the person that if you created an Instagram account for anything creative, you'll get a ton of likes, you'll get a ton of follows, and you won't necessarily know why. It's just people are magnetized towards you. You've got that magnetism. The magnetism that makes people's eyes turn. It's you. But I think what you need to do now is you need to delve deep within and find that inner confidence, because it lives within you. You may be somebody who likes to dance, somebody who likes to sing behind closed doors, but hasn't got the confidence right now to do it publicly, to make it a thing, to make it a part of your life, the main part of your life. Within you lives that inner showgirl or that showman. Find them. Because the way that people are seeing you right now is as somebody who's not making any moves or decisions. I'm going to pull a clarifier for the Two of Swords here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, what is it that pile number 2 isn't making a decision about? The Eight of Cups and the Hermit. It's just confirming what I've said. The Eight of Cups is walking away from something that is or was emotionally fulfilling at one point, but walking away for more. This is what you're not doing right now. You're not walking away from these cups, because these cups are all good and that. These cups bring you enough fulfillment, enough. They bring you an alright amount of success, but they're not enough. There's one cup missing here, the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You're not living your dreams. You're not creating, you're not making your wishes come true. You're making, I want to say you're making somebody else's wishes come true. You're not yet walking away from someone else's wishes to find your own wishes. You need to walk away with the Eight of Cups and do you with the Hermit. The Hermit is a solitary energy, looking within to find themselves. And this is exactly what it's asking you to do. Take the blindfold off and walk away into the mountains, under the moon, on your own, doing just you. When we've got all these wands, doing you, to live your life, to find your wish fulfillment. And as I said, life is going to put hurdles and barriers in your way if you're diverting against your life's path, because you've got a very important one. Okay. Let's close out with a Takashi's treasure. Let's see what advice Takashi has for you. Pile number 2, and we've got 2 of them. We've got Now and Wisdom. Okay, and Wisdom fell on the Turtle card here. And I did say Turtle is all about that wisdom. You got wisdom from 2 lifetimes. Now, live now, be now, acknowledge now. And what did I say? Time is of the essence. You cannot sit on this. You need to go for it. Now is the only time you need to consider. Unchain yourself from the past. Unravel yourself from your future. You are here. In this now moment, enjoy it. Is there something to be done? Stop dreaming and do it now. Wisdom. Living your knowing and walking your talk. This is turning your knowledge into wisdom. You can do it every day in millions of ways, not just through talking about it. You are always wise. Do not let your self-doubt undermine your knowing. Okay, so inner confidence. Be wise in your decisions as you take into account all circumstances. The wisdom of the river of all knowledge is available to you. The knowledge of 2 lifetimes. Okay, Pile number 2. I'm going to leave that reading there. I hope this resonated for you. Remember, you do you, boo. If you did like this reading, drop me a like, and if you do resonate and you want to tell me your story or just tell me which pile that you claim, please comment down below. If you like content like this, please subscribe, and if you do want to be notified whenever I post a new pick a card reading, please hit that notification bell as well. And pile number 2, thank you so much for watching. You're special, you're a VIP. Now start acting like it, okay? You are the VIP. Princess treatment here only, okay? Take care. Hello there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the hyena. So, when I tap into this energy, first and foremost, I do get that you are somebody who is very humorous, witty. I want to say that you may actually be a comedian or do open mic nights, or somebody who people have said, oh, you should do comedy, or you should be a personality of some kind. I do sense that you do have a very vibrant personality, and a lot of people like you because of your wit and your humour. I think a lot of people are in awe of your intelligence as well. And I do feel like a lot of people won't realise that it's your intelligence they're in awe of. They'll just think it's you that they're in awe of. But your wit and humour is a form of intelligence, and people think that that is very powerful, okay? You may not realise how funny or intelligent that you actually are, and I actually do sense somebody watching this who may have not had the best credentials, okay? And by best credentials, I didn't have the best credentials, but I have credentials. So I'm not saying like someone who's a dropout, but even if you are a dropout, you know, you may have wounds around that, or wounds around not getting the marks in school that you wanted, or the grade that you wanted out of uni and things like that. But it makes you believe that you're not that intelligent now because you don't have the paperwork to back it up. But the thing that you don't realise is that you are highly intelligent, and more intelligent than the average person. Now, the hyena does also tell me that you may be sitting on something that you do not express. You're very expressive, I do get that, but you may be sitting on something that scares you, something that may be a little bit darker, I want to say. Okay, I'm really going my intuition now, so just let me express to see what comes out. Something scary, something that scares you. Now, when I look at this hyena card, it doesn't state it anywhere in the guidebook for the card, but I saw somebody with one foot in the dark and one foot in the light. Somebody who can move through the realm. Now this could mean a couple of things for you. It could mean that you have a personality. For instance, you're very good at taking dark stuff and making them humorous. So transferring something from the dark into the light. You may be somebody who does naturally delve into the dark and into the light, okay? Someone who does go through bouts of depression or sadness, and then you can have bouts of being like really happy, light, energetic, okay? Your energy waxes and wanes a lot. But I do also think it's because you have one foot in the darkness, one foot in the light. And that is so powerful because that makes a whole. You are yin and yang. You are light and dark. You are left and right brain all in one. And this is where your intelligence stems from. Not uni, not the marks, not the credentials, not the certificates. From the fact that you can live, you are whole, you are a whole. You can see all angles of every situation. You're 360 on that shit. And the thing that I feel that you're sitting on, the thing that you don't see or that you don't want to see, is that you are highly, highly psychic. It may not seem cool to be psychic in your world, in your realm, because I sense so much Gemini energy. I've got no Gemini out here, although I haven't even pulled the tarot yet. I don't know, but I've got a Gemini out here, but I sense a lot of Gemini energy with you, like a Gemini sun, moon or rising. I want to say rising for you guys in particular, but it could be sun, moon, it could be Mercury. Ooh, Gemini Mercury, that is a powerful placement. You could be a Gemini Mercury, and if you are, then, oh, the things I'd do for a Gemini Mercury. You guys are highly intelligent. Chris Brown has a Gemini Mercury, and he explains his mindset as like he's got a photographic memory. It's how he remembers words and choreography. Gemini Mercury for you. All Gemini placements are really powerful though. But I sense you having that Gemini element to you, or that air element to you, where it's uncool. I keep wanting to say uncool to live in the spiritual realms. I know you're here watching this, so you like it. You like it. There's no way you can't like it because it's part of you. It's part of us all, but it's especially part of you. It's very strong in you. But that kind of air that you have, that Gemini, I still want to say Gemini, is a bit like, oh, this isn't my path. This isn't what I do. I live in the real world. Have you said that? It's all real, baby. The whole full circle, it's all real. But I think your psychic abilities are ramping up. I want to say they've really ramped up since 2020. And you may have only started watching tarot readings or delving into this kind of realm in 2020, when everything slowed down and you couldn't be social. You're very extroverted. Now this may be something that you don't know, although I do sense that you know. But if you don't know, you're an extrovert. You're an extrovert and an introvert all in one. Either way, you think you're an extrovert and you don't think you've got the introverted side, or you're an introvert and you don't think you've got the extroverted side, but you've got it all because you're the whole, remember? You're both. Just sort this out. A camera likes to mess around with me sometimes. It's a really old camera, guys, but it's a classic. Let's put it that way. The camera's a classic. Maybe you call your humour classic. Maybe you consider yourself as a classic. And maybe this more supernatural part of you doesn't fit in with that persona. Ooh. Very prominent here, guys. In the tarot, you've got all of the fours. 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. All the fours. 4, 4, 4. And the number 4 talks about stability, building foundations, settling down. Now, something I didn't mention about the hyena energy is they don't settle down. They don't stop for long enough to look within to see whether they're where they want to be or where they actually want to be. And I feel like your intuition and spirit is screaming at you right now to settle down. And something you may have never believed about yourself is the fact that you can settle down and you can be stable. You may be somebody who has a career that is very unstable. As I said, you could be a comedian. Okay, that won't be for everybody, but you could be. But if you are, that income isn't frequent. You may earn a certain amount one month and you'll earn maybe pittance the next month. So you're always living very unstably. But with all these 4s, it's so powerful. Okay, bear this in mind because it's just dawned on me. 4 of Pentacles, the ability to be financially stable. The 4 of Swords does talk about rest and rejuvenation. The ability to move through life with clear thoughts. okay? Because you're intelligent, remember. And the ability to protect yourself with your verbal communication, because it's your strong point. The ability to talk your way in and out of any situation. And the Four of Cups, which can talk about a missed opportunity, which I do think is going to be relevant for this reading. But also she's got 3 cups upright. The ability to stabilise your emotions through logical thought. Hope this makes sense. But the 4 in this deck that we are missing is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is that 11-11 card, the celebration card. The couple that have just got married and have the new home. Because you're lacking this, because you're not taking the time to work out what you really truly want, you're not getting the things that would require celebration. You're not putting the foundations down to celebrate anything. You're not putting the foundations down for the home. But what you do have is the money, the mindset, and the heart. I do feel like stability. You have the ability to be extremely stable. The kind of stability that we all work for, that we all dream of. And I really do feel like you have the intelligence and the know-how and the charm and the wit to get anything you want out of this life and to constantly build upon that. I sense a lot of freedom with you. You're like a free spirit. And the only way that you're going to know, this is opening up now, the only way that you're going to know how stable you can be is through delving into that dark side. Listening to Spirit. What does Spirit want to tell me? Where does Spirit want to guide me? What does the darkness want to show me? What does the darkness want to teach me? Because the darkness is stabilizing and it's grounded, because in the dark, in the soil, in the dark, that's where roots grow. And that's where you're not going. But if you go there and you grow those roots, you plant those seeds and you grow those roots, you're going to be so stable. I want to say that you have the ability to have a lot of financial success. And I mean abundant financial success, but also happiness. You have the ability to have the home, the car, the career, the husband or wife, all of it, and all of it being abundant. I want to say, you guys are the psychic group, the healer group. And I really want to say that a lot or a fair amount of your abundance is going to come from delving into that as a career, potentially as well. That doesn't have to be for everybody. But for some of you, you may dabble. You may have a career that's in the light, and then you may have a career that's in the dark. Again, creating a whole. It's like, whatever you're doing now needs to be worldwide. I do really feel sense. You're supposed to be well known around the world. And I know that's a massive claim to make. But you're playing too small. You have the ability to be big. Because you are a big personality. Your intelligence and know-how will help you navigate so that you become known all around the world. And I mean, you can use things like YouTube to be known all around the world. I really want to say mixing comedy and the supernatural here. And I feel a little bit reluctant to say that because I do actually, I am interested in a community. There are a group of people who really interest me and I vibe with, who are comedians, who also are like paranormal investigators or interested in the paranormal. But I'm really getting this with this energy here. Or being able to talk about more darker subjects. But you've got that edge to you, that air of comedy, that air of humour, where you can say the most serious, woo, crazy, whatever things, but you make people listen because you're enjoyable to listen to. You can make a dark situation that people need to hear, something that can end up being quite light. You have that ability. And I do feel like if this isn't something you want to do as a career, it's an outlet that will actually ease your mind, ease your energy, and help you be more in the flow. You're living on the surface, but you've got so much underneath the surface, so much potential underneath the surface that needs to be utilised. Because you're an amazing person already, you're a big personality. But when you activate that inner knowing, that inner intelligence, you are going to be absolutely unstoppable. I definitely feel like, again, I want to say, like, I feel like you may have smaller features, and that is very Gemini, like a nice little bitty nose, cute features, high cheekbones. Okay, just pull from the bubbles. Don't know what's going to come out. Okay, just going to see what spirit wants to share, but lips for you, which again makes me think about that communication. You're supposed to be communicating something worldwide. But also you may have nice lips. This came out for another group and I said you could just have really nice lips. But it could be your lips that draws people in to listen to what you've got to say. And 11 here, the new doorway. The 4 that you're missing with the 1111. The 4 card, the 4 of Wands here that you're missing with the 1111. The doorway is waiting there for you as soon as you express yourself honestly and fully. Your level of intelligence is what you undermine here. Not believing that you can gain everything you want from nothing. I'm sure the hyena will eat scraps, absorb nutrition from scraps. And I feel like with you, you can make thousands from £100 that you find in a drawer. I don't know who's got £100 sitting in a drawer that they forget about, but you can take that and you can make thousands from it. Utilising every single skill that you've got, all of the conscious skills and all of the unconscious skills. And Saviour, 51. Your expression, your psychic abilities, your intuition is going to save so many people. Your gift can't be ignored. We all have the ability to connect to spirit, but it's a lot quieter in some of us than it is in others. And when you can connect with spirit, it's truly a gift and it's not something to fear. You have a step up from everyone else when you connect with spirit, and so many people can connect with spirit but they shut it out. Just notice 51 with Saviour as well. 5 of 1 is 6. Balance in between the light and the dark, the left and the right, the yin and the yang. What you're not seeing is your ability to be stable and your innate psychic power. Your psychic power scares you, but I think you're scared that it's going to scare people off. But it's only going to be an extra string to your bow. And I do think it's going to be something that could get you out of a stalemate situation and earn you a ton more money here. Now, the way people view you is the Empress and the Ace of Cups. They view you as somebody who fearlessly creates their own reality. But you're sitting on a fear here. You're already inspirational to many, but you can truly help people create their best lives if you delve into this fear that you have, this psychic healing ability that you have. I do think people also see you as beautiful, highly attractive. Okay, I want to say a lot of emphasis around your body. Your body is very attractive. You may get a hell of a lot of compliments about your body, and people see that in you. Potentially your body is something that you're a bit insecure about, but it's beautiful, and that's how people see you. And the Ace of Cups. Now the Ace of Cups, it shows expression, emotional expression. The ability to express freely, the opportunity to express freely. Yet there's something that you're not expressing within yourself. There's a part of you that you're not accepting. You're already accepted by the people around you. They accept you because they're inspired by you. And the joy that you bring with your humour lights up their hearts, and that's never going to go away. When you accept yourself, and whatever this thing is that you're sitting on here, potentially, most probably, psychic abilities, they're only going to love you even more, because you're already a very fulfilling person. But when you are a whole and you're fully fulfilled, your energy is going to be so infectious, even more so than it is now, and that's probably quite hard to believe. Okay, let's close out with a Takashi's treasure. Let's see what Takashi wants to say to you to close out this reading. Oh, one wanted to jump out then, but it didn't. Surrender. Surrender to the highest force of your being and expect that which is always for your highest purpose. Let go and live. You do not always need to control the direction. Simply surrender to the energy of all. You need to not use your logical mind to create miracles. Only know that the answer to a question comes when you let go the need to have that answer. Okay, because you are very logical, but you've got more to you. And as soon as you tap into that, that darkness, that's where the manifestation happens. I feel like I've already said this. You have the ability to manifest your stability, financial stability, mental stability, emotional stability here. But you can only manifest through the darkness, and that's the part of you that you're not delving into. And that's the part of you that is so powerful. Okay, pile number 3. I'm going to leave that there. I hope this helped and I hope it resonated. If it did, please drop me a like. It helps the video circulate and it helps the channel grow so I can create more content like this for you. I'm gonna burp. But if you do feel comfortable to comment down below, tell me your story, tell me if it resonates, or just tell me which pile you claim, please do so. I love hearing from you guys. If you do like content like this, please subscribe. And if you want to know whenever I post a new video, hit that notification bell. And pile number 3, you fabulous, fabulous beings. I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose the hummingbird, which is such a beautiful card. It's such a beautiful energy. Now, with the hummingbird, I am feeling an unworthiness within you, a feeling of unworthiness. a feeling of unworthiness of inspiration, unworthiness of guidance. Okay, and I definitely feel like it's because you feel like maybe you're not as vibrant as some. Now, this makes me feel that potentially you have been through some kind of hardships. Okay, some kind of hardships. Maybe you are very humble, maybe you are very level-headed because you've been through hardships. Okay, you don't get too overexcited about things because you are a little bit you've been humbled by the universe in the past, so you do get a little bit anxious when you move through life for this reason, because you're not ignorant. You're not unaware. Okay, they say ignorance is bliss. You don't have ignorance. You're very aware. You're very on it. Okay, you've got eyes at the front of your head, on the side of your head, and the back of the head. Okay, so I feel with you guys. Now, the hummingbird is a beautiful bird, colourful. The kind of bird that you look at and go, wow. And you definitely do have this energy, even if you don't feel like you're wow. You do have this energy. It's in your aura. It glows in your eyes. I want to say you're highly attractive and you don't know it. Very attractive. And you may not be aware of the magic around the way that you dress yourself or do your makeup or do your hair. But people love that. People are drawn to you because of the way that you look. But there's more to you than that. The hummingbird is very resourceful. And I do think potentially you aren't aware of how resourceful you are. I think through your difficulties, you have built up some solid skills. Skills that can be transferred into making you money. I definitely feel with this energy, with this pile, that you have the potential to make money from multiple income streams. And I want to say for some people, it may sound very complicated and they'll be like, oh my God, I don't want to set all of that up. How am I going to keep on top of it all? But I do sense you having the knowledge to do something like this, have a YouTube channel, inspire people, help people through hard times, create a Patreon, create courses. And you may feel like the knowledge that you have or the experience you have is regular. But there are a lot of people around you who haven't experienced the things that you've experienced or learnt the lessons that you've learnt from the things that you've experienced. You've got a divine wisdom. And not only do you have that wisdom, but you also have the aura and the look that draws people in to listen to you. So your confidence has been knocked somewhere in your life. And I do feel like this could be around childhood. People around you could tell that you shone brighter than them and the people around them. I feel like this pile is really the epitome of why I wanted to do this reading. This is exactly what I spoke about in the intro. Look how bright that hummingbird is. Look at all the beautiful colours around it. That was you as a child. That was you as a teenager, I want to say. You were born with this beauty. You were born with wisdom. You were born to overcome all of the challenges that you went through. And I really do feel like with this pile, every time you went through a challenge, you got up stronger, you glowed brighter. It is part of your life path to be an inspiration, to be a healer, to be a prominent voice within your community. And for you, your credentials are your experiences, your life experiences, because before the education system, we learned through life. We learned through the earth, we learned through the seasons. We learned through experience. And you're doing this the old school way. Now that light lives within you, all this colour lives within you. And you're not seeing it. And you may look at other people who do what you want to do, or the people who work in the same establishment as you, or people who are higher up than you in an establishment, or people that do have like successful podcasts or YouTube channels, or influencers on Instagram. I even want to say this one's quite broad, but it's definitely something that's to do with work and creativity here and inspiration. And I want to say, you look at those people and you may think, oh, they've had a step up in life because they must have came from a stable family. That person must have had money that got them that position. This person at work has an easier life. They don't have the dramas that I have, so they've been able to have the free space of mind to go for this promotion. But what you're not seeing is that they don't have, a lot of them don't have more than what you have. And the ones that do don't have the wholesomeness that you have. Horses for courses. They're horses for courses. An ex-boss of mine used to always use that phrase. Horses for courses means a horse that can run that course and jump those hurdles. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but jump those hurdles. But the next horse wouldn't be able to run that course because they haven't been trained to jump those hurdles. They're horses for courses. They can only run certain tracks. Where you have this wholesomeness. Inner and outer wholesomeness. Inner experiences alongside outer experiences, which have gained you this knowledge, this light. And I want to say with the hummingbird as well, there is like a white aura before the colours hit the ends of the aura. That's you. White light, this bright light. But because of all the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained over this lifetime so far, you can run most courses. You can run multiple courses. If you're big on Instagram, for instance, you know the influencers on Instagram, okay? They wear nice clothes, they look really good. They gain a lot of money from it, but imagine if Instagram gave them the cut. Would they be able to go over to TikTok and use their voice and use their expression and be as interesting and be as positive and be as inspirational? Who knows? This is what I'm saying. You have something for every platform. Whether that be social media or whether that just be metaphorical in life, you have something for every platform. You have the ability to grow something that can go off in multiple directions. And this is what I'm saying about the multiple income streams for you guys. You may not realize your power and your knowledge through experience. And I do feel like you have the ability to bring a lot of people a lot of happiness. I do feel like you are that person that people come to for happiness, for light, to pull them out of a negative mindset or situation. And I do potentially sense that you're not seeing this either. Maybe your friends come to you when things go tits. And only when things go tits. So you feel that maybe they're drawn to you in their negative times because you're the negative person, and it's the opposite. You're the pure light that this hummingbird is exuding that they need in those moments. And you can be the pure light on a large scale here. In so many different ways. You can do so many different things. You're so talented. And all of this through this wisdom that you've gained through life experience. You don't feel worthy to be paid for your knowledge. Here with the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. You feel that maybe you're a fraud. You feel that I don't have the qualifications. I've not gone to university. And I'm supposed to make millions from my life experiences. Well, hell yes, you are. Your life experience is worth more than a piece of paper saying that you've been graduated or you got a graduation. And I'm not poo-pooing on graduates and things like that at all. Because you do need paper for certain things in life. You need that paper to be trusted if you're a doctor. and so on and so on. But when you are one of the people, power to the people kind of people, salt of the earth kind of people. Somebody yesterday, I went down a coal mine yesterday and it was humbling as hell, let's put it that way. But the guy who's showing us around just kept saying salt of the earth, salt of the earth. They're from the northern, all about salt of the earth. But you are, like, when you're dealing with salt of the earth kind of people, they need someone who has experienced the same things as them. They need someone who understands what they're going through. And that's you. Because somebody with a psychology degree, as good as it is, I'm not poo-pooing on anyone who has trained in psychology, but you may go to a psychologist who only understands your situation from a textbook, who has never experienced the things that you've experienced and cannot relate at all, no matter how hard they try. That's not you. You know. You merge energies with people. You know how they're feeling because you feel their energy. You're very spiritual like that. You're very connected like that. But you also know how they're feeling because even if you've not been through exactly what they've been through, you've had a taste or an aspect of it in some form or way in your own personal life. People who pull themselves out of sticky situations are the people who can give you the best advice and the best guidance. And you can't learn that from a textbook. Now, what I find really interesting here, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, when these two cards came out for you, we got sextile and square, I thought, what does that mean? Two aspects. I was hoping there'd be like a sign, you know, like a zodiac sign or a planet I could delve into rather than the aspects. And I looked at the colours of the sextile and the square. Now please tell me that you see this. Sextile colours are the same colours as the top of this hummingbird card. Okay, can you see that? Now the square colours are the same colours as the bottom of this hummingbird card. And I think that's absolutely fascinating and beautiful because this shows that underneath here with this square, because the square is underneath, the sextile is the top, okay? Your humility, your wisdom, your personality, your stability, the growth, because everything grows from within before it grows externally. All of that was built through challenge, through squares. And squares are challenging situations, okay, mountains that you need to climb, barriers that you need to push through. Your foundations were built on difficulties. But that's personal to you. No one needs to see that. It's yours. You sit on it. It's in the dark. No one needs to see it unless you want them to. But what this has done, all this challenge, all of these life lessons, all of this wisdom you've built, externally, it has made you shine like the sextile. It has gained you opportunities. It has given you potential. It's allowed you to manifest rewarding opportunities. Now that's what people see. People don't see the square. People don't see the challenging side of you. People don't see the struggles that you've been through. They see you as somebody who is full of optimism, goes for opportunities, because the sextile in astrology, you know, they always say sextile has the word SEX in it, okay? It takes two people to have SEX, two people to say yes, to have SEX, to create something new. And that's what sextile is. When you get a sextile in astrology, it's an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for abundance. But if you don't have SEX with a sextile, well then you ain't gonna get it, because it's an opportunity. And you're somebody who, on the outside, like, gives people opportunity, says, hey, here's the wisdom, here's the advice. Do you want to take it and change your life? Do you want to take it and find your own abundance? Now that's what people see. The opportunity for happiness and success and abundance. And that is why you are inspiration. That's why you're worthy to be an influence on any platform in any way you want. Now, just pull a few things out of the bowl. I don't know what's going to come out, but I really want to use the bowl. It could be relevant, it could be completely different here to the reading. Let's have a look. It could be emotional, spiritual, physical. Walk, strut, and boobs and chest. It's just physical, but it's okay, it's okay. I did say at the beginning, you guys are probably very attractive with the hummingbird there and all the colours. A little bit there. But Spirit wants you to know that something you may not realise about yourself is you have really nice boobs, a really nice chest. But it's nurturing. That's what the chest does, it nurtures, it's food, it's nourishment. And that's why men are so attracted to the breasts. Because we are the nourishers as female energies, feminine energies. And men are just go, 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 go. Work, 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 not tending to their emotions. Like they want to come home at night and they want the nourishment. So of course they're naturally drawn to the females. So if a man has had a very difficult day at work, stressful, they've not been allowed to delve in their emotions, they've had to be on alpha mode, they're probably going to want to come home and feel them and do stuff to them, okay? Because they're just looking for comfort. And us as women, we just think they're being pervs. But they're just looking for that comfort and that nourishment. So next time your man has a stressful day at work, let him come home and play with your boobs. I'm joking. They're your boobs. Okay? You say when people can play and when people can't. And walk strut, and this is you. When you enter a room, it's people see this colourful, like passionate, confident, creative energy that lives within you. But in your head, you think people are seeing this, the blue, the moody blues, the moody blues. But they're not. That's what you're not seeing. They're seeing this. Passion, vibrancy. You walk. I won't be surprised if you walk very confidently, boobs out, chest out. And people are like, whoa, who is that shining star? And you think they're all going, whoa, who is that depressed person over there? 5 and 2 with walk and strut equals 7. Spiritual, energetic, you've got an energy to you, you've got that aura. I said you've got the white aura. 7 is about spirituality, about introspection and things like that. Study. What did I say? You have studied in the university of life. It's valuable and it's still valid. Boobs and chest. 2 and 1, number 3. Communication. Nourishment through communication. Now, how do people see you? The Hierophant. Inspirational, knowledgeable. They look to you like something they want to believe in. Because a lot of people that reside around you have lost belief in themselves, let alone have anything to believe in, and you're the person who can come along and inject that belief back in them. And I think something that you're very good at is showing people their strengths and helping them build a future upon those strengths. You give people hope and belief in themselves again. And a lot of people look up to you already. And this could be an online community, if you've built an online community. This could be people at a current job that you work at, or it could just be your friends and family. There's already people looking up to you. The Hierophant is the first major arcana where there are other people in the card. And they're looking to you because you hold the key. And with the rose as well, the occult symbolism of rose is secret. You've got secret knowledge in there that not everybody has. You're the person who can help people. Why is my camera going? And you may think everybody knows this. Everybody's had life experiences. What have I got to bring to the table that's different? Like, little do you know that people don't know. They don't know any of this stuff. And they need help, they need guidance, they need you. And every single challenge you've been through in life has been to drive you to your career, to drive you to live the life on your terms. No darkness in your life has ever been wasted here. And instead of it just building and sitting on it and it turning into toxic trauma, use it, express it, unload it to help other people. Let's have a look at what Takashi's Treasures wants to say to you to close out the reading. Whoops, a daisy. Confidence. I just saw confidence here. Okay. I'm not going to put it there because it didn't come out. But confidence just flashed at me. Okay, we've got 2. Practicality and transformation. So let's start practicality. Be practical and do it easy. Do not make things more complicated than you need to. Everything will work out the way it is meant to unfold. As I said, your life is very fated, it's very destined. It is time to tidy up, clean up loose ends, attend to the practical side of life and allow sense to prevail. You have sound, down to earth and workable projects waiting for your energy input. Do not doubt your practical capabilities. And I do think this pertains to that unworthiness that I felt at the beginning of the reading. Feeling unworthy to create a business around this. To heal when you don't have a university degree. You've got the knowledge. Put down the foundations. Do the work now because this is going to be so successful. And transformation. Transformation is a gradual process. Look back and see how many changes have occurred and thank yourself for all the steps you have taken. And this is literally what I just mentioned. None of your darkness is wasted. All of your darkness has been pushing you on this path to become the person that you're going to become. The healer, the advisor, the coach. Now may be a time for a giant leap of faith, or you may be ready for a journey into the unknown. Let go of the past, be free to move on. Renewal of strength and revitalization is upon you. Call upon your heart energy to see you through your transformation. So this pile, you must be going through something right now. Being pushed. I always use this metaphor, but feel like you're being pushed by the universe through a very small gateway, like a tiny little gateway, and you're like, I don't think I can fit. But the universe keeps pushing. And you need to adapt. Push the arms through first, get the head through next. And it's painful. It's like coming down the birth canal again for you. You're being reborn. And life is going to get better. You've just got to believe that people see you in a different light to the way that you see you. You're bright. They see your brightness, your vibrancy. They don't see the pain that lies within. Okay. And eventually, that pain is going to be eased when you help other people ease their pain. Even through realizing that you haven't gone through any of this stuff alone, and there's many people in the world who have gone through the same thing. And I do think you're going to realize your strength as well when you realize that you are the healer. You are the one who's been through the pain to heal other people go through their pain. It's strength that you have. And eventually I do think you are going to realize that you are strong. And this red passion here in the sextile is going to transform into strength. A show of strength. I'm hearing, I get knocked down, then I get up again. Oh, you're never going to leave me down. What is it? I get knocked down, and I get up again. Oh, you're never going to leave me down. And that's literally, I don't know if that's the right lyrics, but you're either feeling that now or you're going to feel it real soon. You're going to be very thankful for the things that you've been through. It's going to create your future. And it's going to be a future full of happier and more abundant times. You've graduated from the course. You've done that. Don't worry, okay? That's done. Now use the knowledge that you've gained and help those other people graduate. You're the tutor. You are now the tutor. Okay. Part number 4, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and if it did, I'd love you to drop me a like and comment down below if you feel comfortable to do so. Tell me your story. Tell me what part you claimed, or if you don't feel comfortable to do that, just say hey. Because some people don't want to say what part they claimed and stuff. And that's fine, because it may be personal to you. But either way, say hey. I'd love to hear from you. If you do like content like this, please subscribe, because I absolutely love making content like this for you, and make sure you hit that notification bell when you want to be when you want to be notified that I've uploaded a new video. Camera's about to cut off, so I've got to cut this really short, but take care everyone. I love you all so much, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.